is to Reverend Walter Hoy. He's both the founder and the president of the Issues for Life Foundation. He's the founder of the Frederick Douglass Foundation of California, the California Civil Rights Foundation, and the co-founder and an executive member of the National Black Pro-Life Coalition. He's a board member of the Morning Center, which provides full free service maternity care for women in urban and underserved areas. He's also a published author, a book called Leadership from the Inside Out, and he serves on the board of the Ruth Institute.
I've been asked to talk about the sexual revolution as it has impacted the Black community. What has happened is that our women have settled for less than a man. Men have become so self-centered to the point where just their feelings, their physical feelings, that there really isn't the love that a woman wants from a man available. And so our women are making decisions that perhaps they would not ordinarily make. They're accepting standards that they would never perhaps voluntarily accept from a man. I was looking for answers, looking for solutions to try to help the women. In the process, I wanted to better understand what was in her heart. And so one day, I was standing in front of an abortion clinic. I was holding a sign, and my sign said, "God loves you and your baby. Let us help you." The sign was effective. I had women were literally coming on the day that I would be out there, not to get an abortion. They'd come just so they could talk to me because we helped them. There was a Black pastor in front of an abortion clinic, and if you come on Tuesdays, Lord have mercy, between 9 and 11, you'd get some help. So I was confident. I was feeling pretty good. We were, making a difference in the community. And then one day, this woman and this man drove her up and let her out as usual. I slowly, gently, which was my standard operating procedure, I walked up. I had my sign, and I said, "Good morning. May I talk to you about alternatives to the clinic?" I was expecting her to say, "Hey, preacher." Many recognize me as a preacher. They'd say, "Is it true that God loves me?" And I'd say, "Yes, it's true. God loves you." Now, she goes to church. She knows I'm a preacher. She's heard me. She's seen me. We've been in church together. But she didn't know that God loved her. Then she said, "Well, if it's true that God loves me, does he love my baby?" And I'd say, "Yes, God loves you and your baby." And for her, it was always her baby. It was never fetal tissue or clump of cells. It was her baby. And then the sisters, they don't mind getting in your face, and they get in my face, and they say, well, what you gonna do? You gonna help me? And then I'd help her. I was just waiting for that. I was used to that. That was what I got routinely, ordinarily, and I just I couldn't wait for the part where they say, well, you help me. And then I didn't care what they needed. I'd help her. Word got out. Women were coming just to get help. So one day, I'm there, I've got the sign, I'm ready. I walk up, and I say, good morning, may I talk to you about alternatives to the clinic? She looks at me, and I look at her, and she says, you're a man. I said, yes. She says, is it true that God loves me? And I say, yeah. She says, you're a man. Yes. She put her head down, she looked at me, and she said, well, is it true that God loves my baby? She's reading my sign. I'm ready for that. I say, yes, it's true. She says, you're a man. I'm wondering what's going on. She says, well, will you help me? I said, oh, yeah, I'm ready. This is what I've been waiting for. I'll help you. What do you need? She looked at me and she says, you're a man. I can't believe you anymore. I can't believe men anymore. She had been so abused as a woman, in search of a man, that she settled for men that were less than the biblical model. You know what I'm talking about. The only way that she could get a relationship with a man was to lower her standards. And she had lowered them to the point where she was on a sidewalk talking to a preacher in front of an abortion clinic. And she had been lied to, she had been betrayed, she had been hurt so deeply that she could no longer trust a man. And so she looked at me and she says, you're a man. I can't believe you. I can't. And I'm hurting. I said, well, God, what do you want me to do? This was working. This was working. I was helping people. At one Tuesday, the abortion clinic had 27 appointments in this 2-hour time frame, and the women weren't coming to get an abortion. The abortion clinic couldn't serve 27 women, do 27 abortions in a 2-hour time frame. They were just booking them and going to make them stay there. They just wanted the money. But the women were coming because they knew there was a black preacher on a public sidewalk, and he was helping the women. And they were literally lining up waiting for me to finish helping one to help the other. But today, this time, I'm a man, and that's my problem. She can't believe me. And so you know what she does? She walks into the clinic. She has the abortion. Her baby is dead. Horribly so. My time is almost up. I got to get back to my church. I got to teach at noon. I got to wrap it all up. And so I'm at the end of my watch. She comes out. She sees me there, and I look and see her. I see her. She puts her head down, and as she starts to walk right by me, she says, "Is it still true that God loves me?" And she's had the abortion. It's too late. I can't stop it now. It's over. She's barely walking. The clinic don't care. They're done. They did what they do. She's barely walking. They just threw her out. She walks a little further, and she looks back, and she's making a phone call to get her boyfriend to come pick her up in the car. She's got the phone, and she's talking to him, says, "I'm ready." And she looks back to me while she's on the phone. She goes, is it true that God loves me and my baby?" Now, her baby's dead. She wants to know, does God love her now and her baby? I said, "Oh, your baby's with God right now. Right now." She says, "Hurry up, get here." She stops talking. She's back on the phone. They argue a little bit, but he's coming. And I could see the car coming down the street, making the turn, pulling up, and he's trying to get there as fast as he can. And as he's driving up, she looks at me one more time and she says, "If it's true that God loves me and it's true that God loves my baby, will you help me? Will you help me now?" This is after the abortion. The baby's dead. The car drives up, bam, parks. He gets out. He looks at me and the two men. We have that look. It's going to come down to a fight. It's boiling down there. And that part, maybe I relished a little bit. We were going to go there. I wasn't going to move. I wasn't going to stop, whatever it took. He looked at me. I looked at him. He walks over to her. He grabs her, throws her into the car, slams the door, looks at me. I look at him. I'm still holding my sign, but, I'm ready. He continues to walk around the car, gets in the car, and starts up. She rolls down the window, and she looks at me one more time. She pulls down the window, and she goes, "Will you help me now?" Now. Bam! The car drives off, and she's looking at me. Now I'm broke. I'm broke. I said, God, how could you let this happen? I was helping. I had this reputation. I was helping. I said, how come I couldn't help her? The pro-life movement, I hope you listen to this. You got to be in position to help the women after the abortion. A lot of times they're making decisions that they would not ordinarily make because there isn't that father figure, there isn't that male figure, there isn't that model of a man anywhere in their neighborhood, anywhere where they are, and they're settling. And they need help even after they've made the wrong decision. And I needed to learn that lesson. The truth is that God still loves her. The truth is that God still has a way for her. The truth is that there's things that we can still do to help her. And if we can do that, not just on the front end, but do it on the back end, we can make a difference in the world that might even change the world. Will you help me now? I've already blown it. My baby's already dead. My man ain't no good. But will you help me now? I pray that we will. God bless you.